Breaking news coming out. There is a lot going on with Social Security. Take a look. If you're somebody that collects Social Security, you're probably wondering, how is the current government shutdown, which we're hearing is looking imminent, going to be impacting my Social Security benefits, as the government has until September 30th to pass a federal budget? Well, it won't be impacting all Social Security beneficiaries. However, it will be impacting some. I'm going to cover the details so that way you know exactly what's going on. Now, in addition to that, there's a lot going on. As I mentioned, we are less than 1 month away from a major Social Security announcement, and that is going to be the increase across the board to all Social Security recipients, that cost of living adjustment, or the COLA, for 2024. I'm going to get you caught up to date on that as well. And also, as I mentioned, McCarthy capitulates again as the House GOP implodes spectacularly over the spending bill. Now, members did not hold back their trash talking of their colleagues in public with the doomed plan to avoid a government shutdown, as it looks like we will be going the way of a shutdown. And I'll cover for you the details of who exactly that collects Social Security will be impacted. Now, in addition to that, if you missed my most recent videos, you're going to want to check them out, as you will not believe it. The Social Security Administration right now is sending out letters across the nation to millions of people demanding that they pay back benefits for overpayments. Now, to get the details on that, stick around to the end. And also, I've let you know that SSI, there is a new piece of legislation that just came out last week that is proposing one of the biggest increases to that supplemental income that we have seen. Now, like I said, stick around to the end for some more updates on that, but let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest on the breaking news coming out for Social Security. There is a lot going on, and if you appreciate the updates, do me a quick favor, smash the like button. Takes a second, helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. And if you want to stay up to date, come join the community. Why not? It's totally free. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I saw only about 30% of people that watch the channel are actually subscribed. Let's increase the community. Hit subscribe and stay up to date. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in.
We have 11 days to go before there is a shutdown, and they are going in the wrong direction. The Republican leadership of this House is incompetent. It is time the Speaker of the House develop a spine and stand up to the most extreme elements on the Republican side and actually sit down and negotiate.
Do you believe the government is going to shut down?
Yes, and it's Kevin McCarthy's fault.
Well, we were here with
Building never come. Welcome all.
Are you any closer today to finding a deal on how to fund the government both short-term and long-term?
I feel like we are. The members are already in meeting. I think we're making some progress. We made some progress last night. Look, it's not September 30th. The game is not over, so we continue to work through it. And I've been at this place many times before, and we're going to solve this problem.
Major fighting taking place in the House GOP with Kevin McCarthy and his colleagues, and it looks like a government shutdown is going to be on the way, although he said that he will not give up, and he said that we've still got 10 days. It is not the 30th yet, but you guys, it is not looking too good. Now, how is this going to be impacting Social Security? Who's going to be impacted by this? Let's go ahead and take a look. It says the Senate and Congress have until September 30th to pass a federal budget, and if they are unable to do so, it could trigger a U.S. government shutdown, meaning that non-essential government agencies stop their work. That is a scary sounding situation, leaving many people to wonder what it means for their day-to-day lives and their personal finances. Well, what happens if there is a government shutdown? It's important to note that it will not affect Social Security payments. However, it will impact some here. Just a second. Watch this. Nor should it impact Medicare benefits or the U.S. Postal Service, meaning that your day-to-day should function as usual in this area. Likewise, with airport travelers, customers, and borders and ports. Some 67 million Americans will continue to receive their Social Security packages, amounting to approximately $1.4 trillion for 2023, with 90% of the recipients being age 65 or older. Now, during a government shutdown, recipients will continue to receive their Social Security checks. However, the shutdown will impact the new applications for Social Security cards, which will not be accepted or issued during the government shutdown. Now, on a typical day, approximately 60,000 Americans apply for Social Security cards, which they may need to be able to start a job, take out a loan, open a bank account, or conduct other financial transactions, and during a shutdown, no Social Security cards are issued. There will be further impacts to non-essential federal employees who will be furloughed, while the government food benefits could be delayed and national parks might reject visitors as well. So every day that this goes on, 60,000 Americans will not get their Social Security cards. And in addition to that, we could see furloughs, food benefits stopped or delayed, and also rejections at state parks. Now, what is holding up the federal budget and causing the government shutdown? Why all the infighting? Well, right now, it's the Republicans. The Grand Old Party is refusing to agree on a budget with the Democrats until the House Speaker begins impeachment proceedings against the current president, Joe Biden. Let me know your thoughts. Should Joe Biden be impeached? I shared with you that the inquiry has officially started. They also want deep spending cuts and are in a position to strong-arm the rest of the House as the Republicans hold a slim majority. That said, 91% of Republicans and 89% of Democrats believe that the parties should work together to agree on a budget, but the reality might be very different. So we will see. We're 10 days away. I will keep you up to date here on the channel. But in addition to that, we are less than a month away from getting that big announcement of the increases to Social Security across the board. And take a look at this. We're going to cover some details for you on the COLA increase. It's one you don't want to miss. Social Security serves as a financial lifeline for millions of retired seniors. As such, many seniors are eager to know what the next year's cost of living adjustment, or COLA, will look like. COLAs were implemented to help ensure that seniors on Social Security can maintain their buying power as inflation drives the cost of living up. Now, in 2023, Social Security recipients received an amazingly large 8.7% COLA on the heels of the stretch of rampant inflation. And seniors are no doubt hoping for an impressive COLA in 2024 as well. Now, at this point, there's less than 1 month to go until the Social Security Administration makes its official COLA announcement. But it's important for Social Security recipients to go in with reasonable expectations. And I've shared with you where they're guesstimating it's going to be at. Originally, we heard 2.7, then we heard 3, now we're hearing 3.2, and it appears with the way inflation is going, we might be in the mid 3s or even high 3s, close to 4%. Now, October 12th is the big day. Social Security COLAs are based on the third quarter data from the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, or the CPIW, a subset of the more broad Consumer Price Index, or the CPI readings. It's for this reason that COLAs are announced in October. The Social Security Administration needs to wait for all the data to be aggregated to calculate the yearly COLA, so we have 2 of the 3 readings. The final one is coming next month. Meanwhile, this September CPI is set to be released October 12th, says the Bureau of Labor Statistics, so that's when we can expect an official ruling on an upcoming COLA for the Social Security recipients. However, some seniors might unfortunately end up disappointed in their 2024 COLA, since it's likely to pale in comparison to the raise that seniors got in 2023, as they mentioned, a 40-year high of 8.7%. Now, in addition to that, there's legislation out saying that we don't need a percentage increase, we need an across-the-board increase of $200 per month, a baseline increase of $485 per month. Pieces of legislation like the Social Security Expansion Act, the 2100 Act, we've got dozens of pieces of legislation that have come out, yet we have failed to see any of them get traction in Congress and be put up yet for a vote. Now, I will keep you up to date on all of these, but in addition to that, some shocking news just recently coming out that the Social Security Agency, they are demanding that money be paid back for overpayments. And in many cases, they're admitting this is actually their fault. They're overpaying, they're not calculating correctly, and now they're demanding money be sent back to the tune of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Now, to get the latest on that, be sure to check out this video right here as I cover it in detail. And also, as I mentioned last week, a new piece of legislation proposing one of the biggest increases to SSI we have seen so far. Check them out right here next. But with that being said, you guys, that is the latest, the breaking news coming out on Social Security, a government shutdown. And as more information rolls out on all of this, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.